Hey guys, it's Rod with Civil Advantage Firearms Training here. Today we're going to talk about SBRs, or short-barreled rifles. So I was asked by someone to do a video on this little gun that I keep waving around in all the videos, which is my short-barreled AR. So this one, so we're going to talk about SBRs and why you'd want one, and some considerations, plus positives and negatives. But as far as this gun's concerned, this one's gone through a couple of different overhauls. This is a Stag Arms. It's a Stag 15 lower with a mag pull trigger guard upgrade on there, right? It's nice and big, which is great. And it is a Norinco 10.5 inch upper. So here's the thing. The Norinco upper and the Stag lower, they mated perfectly. The two of them are actually quite tight together. In fact, I've seen some other ARs, even American-made ones, that are a little loose, which can be fixed very easily. But I mean, they mated perfectly. I've got about 1,000 rounds through this one so far. Not a single failure, not a single malfunction. So same. I know you American AR guys, same Norinco reliability. I know it doesn't sound like a good soundbite, but it's true. I mean, it's true. Same Norinco reliability. You guys know this old one that's appeared in every video I think I've ever done, my 14.5, and full-on Norinco. And this thing is running up close to 8,000 rounds through it. Not a single malfunction. He's been kind of sitting on the sidelines, probably getting a little jealous of the little guy here. I've been running this one quite a bit. But this Norinco upper has been fantastic. The barrel is thick all the way, heavy barrel on there, but it's only 10.5 inches long, so it's not heavy. And it's been fantastic. So what happened to the old upper? You guys probably heard me implying kind of what happened there. It was a malfunctioning upper. It was a custom build. And I don't, you guys know I'm not a gunsmith, right? I don't know that much about this kind of stuff. But because it was a custom build and it was a short barrel rifle, maybe that was an issue. So I don't know, right? But there's some timing issues. There's gas keying and all this stuff, right? Like I don't know anything about that stuff. So I wasn't in a position to fix it. So I sold the upper, got my money out of it, which was great. And I had the money to buy a brand new Norinco upper. And it's been fantastic. Doesn't miss a beat. So I think that if you have any reservation of buying a short barrel rifle because you're worried about it cycling or whatever, if you buy it all in one, brand new, so it's a formula and a technique that's been tested. I don't think you're gonna have any issue. Runs like a champ, and of course, nice big flash, big boom, very loud. It's awesome. So advantages. Why would you buy an SBR? Well, for one, it's lighter weight. It's lighter weight, so it's easier to manipulate, right? So when you bring it up, with your arm like this all the time, if you're training all day long, I mean, this thing is light, right? It's tiny. So when you're manipulating the firearm, changing mags, all the rest of that stuff, it's just not as labor intensive on you. So you can maybe train a little longer. Maybe that's a advantage for you. Lightweight, easy to maneuver, easy to manipulate, looks cool. I mean, what's cooler looking than this little bad boy, right? I mean, man, if I could carry this around town, I would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, this is a pretty cool little rifle, right? Big flash, lots of noise. I mean, this is why we shoot guns, right? We're having some fun. We want to have a little bit of a thrill. So you're definitely going to get that with a short-barreled rifle. And I don't know if this is something you guys are concerned about, but it's easier to transport because it's so small. I can fit this. I can fit my 14.5 and a couple of pistols all in one rifle case. So whatever, right? It's kind of cool. The other thing is, and I didn't write that down on my list, I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything, but the other thing is when you sling this, if you single point sling it, because the barrel's so short, for one, it's lightweight, so it's, when it's banging against you, it's not as bad as a really big, heavy rifle. And for two, with such a short barrel, man, you can run around all over the place with this on a single point sling. I always refer to the XCR, that non-restricted version that has that big, long, 20-inch heavy barrel. Man, I could never single point sling that. I'm not tall enough. I'm about 5'10". I mean, I'd be smashing my feet with the thing, right? So short-barreled are good. Now, one of the two concerns. One is it a real rifle? Yes, it is a real rifle. Okay, out of a 10.5-inch barrel, the bullet's still going to travel about 2,500 feet per second, which is well beyond the threshold of 2,000 feet per second, which most people feel is the difference between a low velocity round and a high velocity round. So you're way up over 2,000, and you're still going to have all those properties. If you're law enforcement, you're still going to have those properties that you desire. The bullet yawing and flipping, tumbling, and all the rest of that stuff. Hydrostatic shock, hydraulic shock also. All those things are intact. It's still a real rifle. The other thing is accuracy. A lot of guys are like, wow, that's good for 60 meters. So here's my story, and I wish I had it on video. I was at the range in beautiful Hope, British Columbia, where they filmed First Blood, by the way. They just had the anniversary about 4 years back or 3 years back of the filming of First Blood. I think it's the biggest thing to ever hit the town ever. But nice, quiet little place, beautiful place to be. They got a great little range out there. And I was in the standing position. There were witnesses, by the way. I was in the standing position, and I was hitting a gong at, I think, about 120 or 130 meters, standing position with this rifle, with a 10.5-inch barrel, with an EOTech. It's not magnified. So basically open sights, illuminated, albeit, but open sights, 120 meters, and I'm hitting a target about 1.5 feet across and 2 feet high. So, you know what? For a guy like me, I don't shoot long distance. It's just not something I do. I don't even know if it's something I can do. But for me, 120 meters from a standing position, that's more than far enough for me. So plenty accurate. To be honest, I was absolutely floored. I couldn't believe it. Like 5 in a row kind of accuracy, right? Really easy shooting. So that's about it. So SBRs, if you're thinking about getting one, don't worry, it is a real rifle. Don't worry, it is accurate, and they're a ton of fun. So if you guys have any experience with short barrel rifles and you want to share that experience down below, please feel free to do that. As always, I really appreciate you guys participating, and we passed 250,000 views just a little while ago. So 1,450. I think we're approaching 1,500 subscribers. So that's really awesome. I really appreciate the response and all the great comments. So if you want to check us out on the web, you can see us at www.civiladvantage.com. And thanks and take care.